Hi guys, welcome to Prince John Internet TV. I'm going to share a few thoughts with you. You know, I like to listen to my emotional state, and I think to make the world a better place, I became a vegetarian and focused on dealing with my immediate surroundings instead of concerning myself so much with people far away and global events. And I think the world is in fact different for everyone, and this is my world. And so, if someone is different from me, such as not being a vegetarian, I don't consider them bad, simply different. And I may work with them, however, I won't associate with them. And I I like to let people have their own worlds. But I don't think that to solve the world's problems that it starts with problem solving, but rather being spiritually inclined, in other words, focusing on keeping your emotions high and letting everything else play out. And a lot of that involves, not just random happiness. This is more than happiness. This is a state of joyfulness. And in order to achieve it, it requires logic and balance and, some type of religious practice. Like I do my light work. I think that's okay. What else here? And I think criminals deserve to have peace and a better life, but they have to create it themselves. So I like to empower people with new responsibility and focus them away from, negative things. You know, well, how can people be honest? Like, how can the government be honest about what happened in 9/11? Um, they may feel, what's the word? They may feel like they're under duress by somebody. And the question is, who is that? And the answer is, people like me and you who are not, you know, they're individuals. We can speak and we can communicate with each other. Ultimately, it's not a small government who's responsible for informing everyone. We're all responsible for seeking our own knowledge. And this is, in school, we just learn the, language and things. But beyond that, we need to study ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, and something to notice how, some rappers and certain people, they talk about having women, but yet they are not happy and they don't have a mate besides them. Point is, a courageous warrior mate will only tolerate monogamy. Um, I sometimes I think people should do something and wonder why they're not changing. And I think that this negative thought can be avoided by just focusing on changing myself with action. For instance, if I think people should be vegetarian, I just have to make sure I am and the people I associate with are vegetarian, for example, or I'm living a contradiction. Okay, a thought: less fortunate people, don't be envious of rich people, because if they are, unha- you know, unhappy and unhealthy, it's probably because they're not being charitable enough and recognizing others. So, bottom line, people who are generous, honestly joyful, I think it's because they're happy. And here's a final thought for you. I think everyone should have a list. So, top 10 things, for example, that they want to experience with their partner. More specifically, a lifetime sexual spouse partner. For example, it'd be one, we hold each other. Um, I'm thinking about being a DJ, and I'd like her to potentially be a part of my act, and she be like a drummer. She make beats along with my music that I play, nightclub music, whatever. Um, I'd like to make pornography with her and share it with the world. And I'd like to enjoy the same music selection as she does. I like, Hawaiian music, jazz. I like rap, like Gucci Mane. I like top 40 music. We don't have to pretend, but we truly like the same things, and therefore our love is logical, shall not fade, and we shall always dance together. And last but not least, we eat the same cuisine, and we have the same relationship standards. We may be friendly with many people, but only call a certain select group of people our community. And this is how we will raise our children. You have to find somebody very similar to you. They'll look similar to you. They'll have the same habits and same physique. I think. All right, go get them, Tiger. I mean, what I'm suggesting is, you want to do the same things that she does. So if you may be interested in having a really, you know, strong mate, but if you are, you have to be that. You can't get into a relationship and then they're always going to the gym, but you're not. So something to think about. See you next time. Aloha.